Good Sunday morning, people. So now that football season's over with, our main topic today is taxes. April 15th is right around the corner. Just kidding. We're not talking about taxes.
That was a good one. You got me.
Yeah, I was like, huh? Taxes?
What?
Yay.
So, hey, before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to all of our supporters, man. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. And Charlie over at Single Tree.
What is going on, guys? It's your man Charlie right here from Single Tree Barbecue. Did you know we are on a mission to build community through undeniable hospitality and the perfect plate of barbecue? Y'all come check us out, 2805 Old Fort Parkway, right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 8, Sundays from 11 to 4. Give us a call at 615-307-0120. You can check us out on all the social platforms at Single Tree BBQ. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you. Appreciate all the support.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yes. So, I guess Paulie, before the show started, mentioned that the Daytona 500 was postponed till tomorrow. Must be having some pretty rough storms down there. So I know Ken wanted to come on and talk NASCAR, but guess there's no NASCAR to talk about today. We'll start talking about NASCAR next week after the Daytona's in the record books. We'll probably have Mr. Ken come on, give us the breakdown.
Cool.
So, Caitlin's out there saving women's basketball all by herself.
I heard Shaq said she's the best female basketball player ever. On a quote.
Yeah, so I was reading on her earlier, and apparently she is just probably a game or two away from breaking even the men's record.
Wow.
I think she's about 100 points away or something like that.
Yeah, game or two for her, yeah.
Game or two. Yeah, it's like 2 games for her. So it's very cool.
Yeah.
I love to see it. So the crazy thing is about women's basketball, you go to any, I've never been to a game, but you see it on TV, there's like 30 people in the stands. When Iowa rolls into town, even when they're on the road, there's people lined up for hours and hours and hours waiting to get in to see her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's pretty awesome, man, to see. Love to see that stuff. So we'll see what happens, see if she can fill out an arena when she makes it to the WNBA.
It's a whole nother ball game.
Yes, correct. See if she carries that mystique with her.
I'm sure she'll play well.
Yeah. Yes.
We'll see.
A lot of people say she could play with it in the NBA, but I think that should be it'd be like Danica Patrick in the NASCAR circuit.
Did you guys see that slam dunk by McClung or whatever his name is in the dunk contest? That was
I saw the one where he jumped over Shaq.
Yeah, dude's the athleticism of these guys is crazy.
Man, he's a little dude, man. What the hell?
He jumps over this one guy holding the ball. He grabs the ball from him. He tosses it to himself in the air, and then he dunks it. I'm like, so many things could go wrong if I tried that.
Did you notice the floor on that slam dunk contest?
No.
It was like all LED, man. It's
a projection. They project the image onto the floor.
So it's projecting coming down from the ceiling?
I believe so. Or maybe not from the ceiling, but somewhere.
Okay.
They've been messing with it, especially in hockey. They like to play with it a lot because they have the white ice, so it shows up really well.
Speaking of hockey, John, Connor Bedard, our rookie in Chicago, missed 14 games, and he came back and scored a goal. And missing 14 games, he's still leading all the rookies in NHL hockey and scoring after sitting for 14 games.
Yeah, he's a pretty amazing talent, man.
Yeah, he's like, 18, 19 years old?
Yeah.
So we got our Chicago guy. That would be him right now. He's the elite of the Chicago sports news area. Connor.
Yes. So the NBA All-Star game is tonight. Does it hold any significance like the MLB, or is it just
Nope, it's just a lot of fun. Celebrities. It's honestly not even that good. The events around it are better than the game itself. Like the celebrity game was pretty entertaining. And yeah, they had a couple of 3-point shootouts and dunk contests. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, didn't Steph Curry go up against some lady and he only won by like 3 points or something?
Yeah. There was no defense. It was just a 3-point contest.
Oh, good.
But he won.
You ever see his pregame warm-up routine? Steph Curry, I mean, he's popping them from 3-point like it's with his eyes closed. And then right before he leaves the court, he does this launch from like off the court. On the
I would say that girl had a pretty good shot against most shooters in the NBA, but she picked Steph Curry for some reason, which is lunacy.
Oh, she actually picked him?
I think that's how it got set up, but either way, I mean, anytime you're asked to shoot against Steph Curry, you're kind of like, oh, no, thank you.
Exactly.
But
yes.
She took on the challenge. She did really, really well, and yeah, it was entertaining.
Some quick hitter sports news. Tiger withdrew from the tournament second day. He's had the flu apparently. Well, Daytona, we've already talked about that. You know, the KC, the Chiefs parade, horrific stuff happened down there, or up there, I guess, or over there, wherever you're at, depends on where you're at. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's nuts because there's a parade celebration, and you get some, you know, screwballs of society, you know, opening rounds, and then out of that becomes some heroics, like the citizens actually tackled these knuckleheads, these cowards, these scum of society people, and they saved a lot of people's lives. You know, I mean, they too often in society these days, everybody, what's the first thing they do when they see something? You know, go down. They grab their phone and they're videotaping it instead of doing something about it. You know, it's like, wait a minute. So there was some heroics. I just wanted to shout out to those citizens that saved a lot of people's lives. And, you know, it's sad that, you know, that's how it is these days. It appears, you know, but you know, Swift and Kelsey, though, they donated a lot of money to the GoFund site that was established. So, you know, people have their opinions about Swift and Kelsey and all that put aside, you know, I respect that they did that, and that's good stuff, no matter what.
They're not my style of people, but Taylor Swift is definitely a good human being.
She's done it the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think Kelsey did some stuff. Okay, we're not going to go there because whatever. But, you know, he stepped up and did the right thing, and so did Swift. So, you know, respect to them, too. And much love to the heroes that saved a lot of people's lives.
Yes. Before the Super Bowl even started, the owner of Kansas City said they were going to give Swift a Super Bowl ring, and I think that kind of ticked off a bunch of other football players. I've been hearing a lot of gripe on the internets about it.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of people within the organization that don't get a ring that are probably actually pissed.
Yeah, like the staff and all that, you know, that
well,
don't
I think a lot of them do. Like, I forget how many. I think you get like 150 rings or something like that, and you get to pick. Like somebody gave them to their cheerleaders a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But you know, you could pick. There's probably a good 20 or 30 that you could be like, all right, these can go to certain staff members, family. I don't know, whatever you want to do with them. But
right,
that's where it gets probably pretty nasty on who gets them, and who doesn't.
Is that where the fuzzy math comes in to play for that?
Exactly,
yeah. Well, you
depends
know,
on how many cups of coffee you got to coach that year.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They're the champs, so they could do what they want. You know, the Stanley Cup. You know, the Stanley Cup.
Andy Reid a cheeseburger every day.
Yeah,
I would have a ring on my finger too.
Quick Stanley Cup stories here. You know, I actually hung out in a real small setting with the two guys that tote that thing out on the ice I think it's Mike and Craig back. I can't remember their names now. It was so long ago, but they were in Chicago with the Stanley Cup when the Hawks won it, and my friend at the time was best friends with those two right across the street from my pop's house. So they came over, and me and my buddy and them two did a barbecue and hung out, and I talked about, hey, I saw you guys on TV last night with the Stanley Cup. That's pretty crazy. And nice guys. Then the neighborhood found out that those two were at our friend's house, and the whole neighborhood was over there with the kids. And
Hell yeah.
but the Stanley Cup, they told me that I guess the team that wins the Stanley Cup, they get it for like 100 days or something like that.
Yeah.
And I guess like hypothetical, I don't know, but like the owner would probably get it for 5 days or 6 days, and then the coach gets it for so many days, and then the players get it for so many days, and then they tote that thing around for like 100 something days, and each player and coach gets to have it to themselves. And needless to say, Mike and Craig, I think that's the names, or Phil and Craig, they told me that the things that happened to that Stanley Cup, they can't would not be appropriate to mention on a podcast.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Good morning, people.
There's all kinds of funny stories about the Stanley Cup and the shenanigans that go along with it.
Yeah. The guys are telling, they go, some guys will drop it and damage it, and other guys will do this to it, and other guys,
lost in the bottom of lakes before. I mean, it just goes all over the world, and they just do weird shit with it.
I think they found a couple of Buccaneers rings in some bays in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. There's been baby poop in it because somebody was like baptizing her baby, and the baby took a poop in it.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
But also just real quick to end that story. So they'd be in town during the Hawks run, them 3 times they won it in a real short period. They actually had the Stanley Cup in my friend's garage in his spare bedroom to store it while they were in town in Chicago toting it around. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it, but they showed up, and I looked at my buddy. I go, wow, you really do know these two. And I go, yeah. I go, told you. Start barbecuing, Paulie. I said, okay, let's go. Anyways.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, more important than the Stanley Cup, the team is raffling off a Yeti cooler. So if you're interested in winning a Yeti cooler, let us know.
You can keep it forever.
Yeah, you don't get to keep it just for one day. It's yours forever.
Yeah, so you guys go on our Facebook pages, and you'll see, if you scroll down or whatever, you'll see the Yeti cooler comes with with some swag. Yeah, I mean, Rich and I, we wrote some books. We got our copies of our books in there.
Now, how do you try to get this Yeti cooler now?
So what you do is you go online, or you'll see one of us, contact one of us, and like I have 10 tickets for an example, and you'll call me or private message me, and then Venmo me the $10, and then I'll give you the ticket number, and then Rich has tracking of all the ticket numbers and names. So when we do the auction on March 31st, we'll know whose ticket has who's who, and give the Yeti to the right person. Awesome. So it's $10 a ticket, and the proceeds go back to Minutes Wisely for continuing our foundation activities, sending veterans and first responders to sporting events. So it's for a good cause, and so there you go, folks. If you like Yeti cooler and you want to donate at the same time and make a difference in someone's life, it's a win-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
For one, you get to help save a veteran's life, and two, a freaking Yeti cooler for $10. Come on, that thing paid over $500 for this thing. I would never pay $500 for a Yeti cooler, but I would love to have one.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we save veterans' lives is what Rich is alluding to, is by showing them that we care, and a lot of veterans that go through a lot of tough times, they don't talk to a lot of people. They kind of keep things inside, but they tend to talk to fellow veterans that have similar backgrounds and experiences. So we promote suicide awareness, and basically we just promote showing respect to our first responders and veterans out there by sending them a sporting event. And by that, they feel, they may want to talk about some things that bother them, and we kind of work through that with them, and we send them to the, proper people that can give them some needed emotional support, I guess, because veterans just don't suffer physically; they suffer mentally too, and it's a huge problem in our society, not just with veterans, first responders, but with PTSD. But
Yes.
anyways,
Correct. And so with that, we have season tickets to the Detroit Lions. So every Sunday we send a veteran first responder to the game. We're working on Tennessee Titans tickets here for when the new stadium opens up. Maybe possibly same Chicago opens up a new stadium, possibly do the same up there.
You might be waiting a while for that one.
Yes. Also, well,
it's been one of those things that it's just like every year they talk about it, and it's just like we're just waiting
it's
for
perfect
it.
though, because we need time to raise funds for this stuff anyway. So it's not like we could go out and buy.
I feel like the Titans are going to be the same way. It's been about 3 years now that they've been like, we're getting a stadium, and like, they don't even own the property yet.
They don't own the property?
No, they still got to buy places out.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a while.
Operating businesses where they plan on putting it.
Wow.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, like that. Travelers of America, they just moved out just like last month, and that was a big organization. So they'll probably be there for a while.
The mock-ups of this stadium in Tennessee looks pretty amazing, man. I can't wait.
Oh, it does. Mm-hmm.
So
it's gonna be big.
Yes, it's gonna be like they're putting it like right where the stadium is now. They're keeping it on that property, but the whole river walks on that side. There's nothing really on that side, but it's gonna be all like bars, restaurants. It's gonna be super awesome.
I would imagine. I think they should make like another bridge too, walking bridge.
Yeah,
for that side, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Yeah, so keep an eye out. Probably going to be doing some Preds tickets here in the very near future, next month or so. Keep it going, not just for football. We're going to try to keep it going all year round. We're doing a lot of fundraising, so keep an eye out on what we got going on fundraising wise. The Yeti Cooler is a big one. We have a Frontline Festival coming up in hopefully June. Can't really talk too much about that yet because we don't have the thing down, but got all kinds of stuff coming along coming down the pike.
Yes, we do.
Super Bowl, that was a big giant snoozer all the way up until the last 3 minutes, and I finally I wasn't even paying attention. It was so boring. It's probably one of the worst games in recent history, right?
Yeah, it was pretty boring. It was a snooze fest up until the last up until the last couple minutes. It was a snooze fest. It was boring.
Hey, Jason, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You're a hip hop guy. What'd you think about Usher's performance?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
I did too.
I thought he sounded like garbage, but I think Luda saved the day, man. Luda and Alicia Keys, man, they were awesome.
Alicia Keys was amazing.
We
saw Alicia Keys live at the amphitheater in Nashville like last year.
Oh yeah,
it was awesome.
I would love to see her. Like, she's one of my faves, and Luda's one of my favorites too, man. But I just thought, I don't know what the hell. Why was Usher trying to be like Michael Jackson and just wearing this clear glove?
Usher, he was very.
I don't know.
Usher's always like taking his shirt off and dancing in the rain.
Yeah.
Usher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he was wearing the one glove like Michael Jackson does.
Oh yeah, sure.
I didn't notice that, but
I did see that. Yeah.
But what I did notice though is why would you take the ball first in overtime when you win?
They didn't know the rules.
Yeah, they didn't know the rule. It's a bad look, right, John Shanahan?
Because back in the day, like that's what you did. Like, you get the ball, you score, you go home.
Yeah.
But now, especially I would rather have the ball last. But
yeah,
they didn't know the rules. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
Patrick
they did.
Mahomes was laughing at him. Like, they want the ball first.
Yeah, he was running back from the coin toss, going, "They want the." Yeah, it's like, okay, we'll kick it. I mean, it just couldn't believe it. I'm like, why would you do that? Because if you get the ball first and you don't know what you need, a touchdown
Right.
or a field goal, you
Yeah.
obviously want a touchdown, but if it makes your decision making kind of restrictive because, if you're 4th and goal or 4th and 5 or whatever, and it's overtime and you got the ball first, are at least, are you going to kick a field goal or take your chance to try and get a touchdown? I mean, it just your decision making. It goes
Well, they had
against
a
the grain.
similar. What was it when they kicked the field goal? 4th and what?
Yeah,
So, and they were pretty close. So
then the other team gets the ball. Now they go, okay, now we see what we got in front of us. We got information. We know we got to score a touchdown no matter what.
Right.
And I mean,
People wanna win.
Shanahan. Then they fire Willis,
Yeah.
the defensive coordinator, and I'm like, what was wrong with their defense? So I don't know if
Defense
there's some
was good.
locker room.
Defense got held all game long. It was like there's a man. Like
I think
Joey
the Niners
Butler,
Niners organization's got some stuff going on, John. I think
For sure.
behind the scenes, with
Yes.
personnel and all
Their
that.
defense held Kansas City to 1 touchdown the entire 4 quarters. And you fire the defensive coordinator? That literally made no sense to me.
honestly, they played better than that too. I think Kansas City got a lot of help down the field all game long. So, not saying they put it in the end zone for them, but they damn near just got it.
I think somebody had to take the fall for Shanahan.
Yeah, I think Shanahan's just trying to clear his plate a little
Somebody to
bit.
the fire.
Yeah.
Yep, Jason. Yep. So
what about that dude from Murfreesboro, man? He
Man,
was balling out.
Dude, I swear he was about to be the first one from Murfreesboro to win a Super Bowl MVP.
He would have too if they
He
would have just held
He
him.
threw one and he caught one.
Someone
He
on
had
that.
big plays.
Someone on the offense needed to want it.
He
wanted
went
it.
to the same high school Jason went to, Blackman, right down
Yeah.
the street. It's crazy.
Yeah. I went to high school with him. Yeah.
I heard he was a highly sought out quarterback coming out of high school. He went to Tennessee, but then they put him at receiver instead or something. So when he threw that pass in the Super Bowl, he's got quarterback skills already.
I was about to say, if you get the green light to throw anything in the Super Bowl, you must have experience.
Yeah, you got some background but yeah, I mean the guy he threw for a touchdown and he scored and he received a touchdown. I mean, he would have been the MVP for the Niners, I think.
Only Nick Foles, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And he made a bunch of other big plays that kept him in the game.
It wasn't just those plays.
It was a total freaking debacle. The reason why San
I would have
Francisco
loved to
lost.
have seen him win they would have put up a statue for him in Murfreesboro.
For sure.
For the audience, everybody, we all kind of just live in the Murfreesboro area here in Tennessee.
Yeah, because Eric's not here this week.
Yeah.
Eric's a Detroiter, yeah.
I miss you, Eric. Hope everything's going well with your
If you need anything,
Yeah.
let us know. So he had 42 receiving yards and a touchdown, and then a 21-yard passing touchdown.
All right.
In comparison, the only other person was Christian McCaffrey, who had 80 yards on the ground and 80 yards in the air and a touchdown receiving. So could have gone either way, I guess.
I tell you about McCaffrey. He comes from a great line of genetics. His father, I believe, he took second place in the Olympics in the 100-yard dash, or his grandfather, I mean.
His father won multiple Super Bowls.
And his father won multiple Super Bowls. So, hey, you know what?
With Mike Shanahan.
Will and drive to get to the top level in sports, I get it. But genetics also has a huge part.
I think his mom is an athlete too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I think his mom just either track and field or soccer, one of the two. I don't remember.
Well, it's like the Ball brothers. Their parents were like Olympic athletes. So
yeah,
the whole family is all athletes.
They're all really good.
I like how McCaffrey runs because he gets the ball. He'll kind of take he'll do his read as a running back, what hole, and then once he makes a decision, it's like he gets shot out of a cannon. I mean, I enjoy watching him.
He's pretty elusive too.
Yes.
Hard to tell which way it's going to go until he goes.
Yep.
Which is tough to do.
Baseball, starts next week? Spring training?
Oh, man. They've already reported. I'm so excited. We've already got injuries rolling in. That's how you know the baseball season has started, is when the first injury report comes in. on day one.
Yeah. Day one. Yeah, exactly. Pulled muscles.
Usually, I don't
whatever.
even know that we've started pitchers and catchers, and they're like, "Oh, injury today." I'm like, "Oh, well, that's a good way to get it kicked off." But,
Yes, pretty exciting. I love baseball. I love spring because of baseball. There's nothing better than being at a baseball stadium, man. Just the sights and the sounds and the smells. It's amazing.
beer and a hot dog.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Can't beat it,
Good
dude.
times. Yep.
Yes.
Good times.
So,
It's relaxing.
the Detroit Tigers are playing in Cincinnati this year. I've talked about it before on the show, so we should put together a caravan. If anybody out there listening wants to meet up with the team and watch a baseball game, let us know, man. We'll get a bunch of tickets in the same section.
Heck yeah. That'd be awesome. I want to see that stadium.
Yeah. I've drove past it a million times, but I've never stopped in Cincinnati at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
It's the halfway point to going back home to Detroit from here, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
Exciting. Baseball stadiums are so awesome.
Baseball, it's just like the whole environment. Like you just, you get something to eat before you go, or you get something to eat when you get in there, and you walk around with the beer, and then
it's good atmosphere.
Find your seats, and you don't have to sit the whole time. You can get up and go walk around the stadium, whatever. It's a long game.
A couple of years ago, the fellas and I showed up in Chicago and went to Wrigley. It was pretty amazing. I'm looking at my picture right now.
Yeah, that was a good time.
My whole room is Detroit themed, except for my one little shelf right here. It's Chicago Cubs.
Hey, we had a good day that day, Fleekster.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What are the Cubs doing, Paulie? Have they made any moves yet?
I'm waiting on the big move for me that I would is Cody Bellinger, whether we're signing him or not. So I don't know.
Man.
He's got a big time agent, and this agent typically likes to wait to the last minute to get his players signed. But there we go. There's the picture up there. So yeah, Cody Bellinger, I guess, John, would be one that is kind of a mystery, I guess. And then we got, we stole Milwaukee Brewers coach from our manager from last season. So we'll see what he brings to the Chicago area. He's a winner, that's for sure. All his teams he's ever coached, managed are always good. So I'm just really for me as up there. I'm looking forward to when Milwaukee or the Cubs go to Milwaukee and see what kind of reception. Yeah, what kind of reception that coach gets.
Hey, I want to see a Tigers Cubs World Series.
In baseball?
So do I.
You've been waiting a while. I wouldn't hold your breath.
That's going to happen this year, man. The Tigers are going to bounce the Yankees in the first and the wild card round.
They name the Little League teams after professional teams around here in Murfreesboro. That must be what he's talking about.
Yeah, Oh boy, it's a long season. We'll see.
It is a long season. Come October, that's all that matters.
Yeah, after the All-Star break, John, then I'll know who's who. Like you were talking about last show. Kind of weeds out the people.
Apparently, Shohei Ohtani's looking pretty good already.
He's not pitching this year.
No, he's just hitting.
Yeah, I saw him take batting practice the other day. It's like every single pitch that he swings at is like a moonshot.
Yeah.
And it's like a 50% swing. It's crazy.
Yeah. He just gets the ball up in the air, I guess, and it just goes.
And he just knows it's if you were to do it in slow motion and you were to put the bat on the ball exactly where you wanted to do it, he could do that full speed every single time.
Yeah, it's
insane. A lot harder said than done too.
Yeah. Is
he at 100% now?
No. But he's practicing.
Yeah. Did he have surgery?
Mm-hmm. He has a big old scar right here on his arm.
Yeah.
Very visible.
Yeah, right inside. Yeah, I saw that.
And he's fine. They're just not going to rush him back. He's on a team where he doesn't need to be rushed back. Just come when you're ready. We'll throw you in the outfield, and we'd love to have you in the lineup.
Yeah, I read a couple of days ago that the state of California is going after him because they feel cheated the way he signed his deal.
I was waiting for that to come up.
They're going to turn around and they're trying to change the laws.
I mean, he's good. He's already good. He's set. But yeah, they're trying to change it for other players.
Yeah.
Because I think some other people have done it since then. But it's not as bad unless you live in another country, because then it gets taxed to that country, and then America doesn't see any of it, which I don't care, but I'm sure our government is not very happy with it.
I'm sure California specifically,
Right?
it's not,
It's a lot
because
of
they
money.
take damn near 50% of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
50% of the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they still can't manage it.
But I think it was a good move on his part.
Yeah.
Financially, just in general, because it spreads it out. So he'll be paid until he's 50.
What was his contract? If I got that kind of money, I'd probably blow it in 3 days.
I mean, a lot of people would by accident, just paying off stuff, buying mom a house, doing this, doing that. Next thing you know, you're like, man, that house is a little big, and but
I don't need 20 cars.
I think he gets like $10 million a year for a long, long, long time.
Plus, he gets all the other stuff, endorsements and that and this and that.
I mean, he could live off of that stuff for several years. I'm sure that'll die down after a while, but
he's got what, Nike deal, right?
Yeah,
he could probably just live off of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. He's gonna be on the cover of everything. He's gonna be doing little commercials, one-liners. And did you see he learned how to speak English for his signing day with the Dodgers? He did like a whole speech in English because one commentator called him out, and they were like, hey, shouldn't give all this money to somebody that can't even speak the language. And then he had his signing day speech, and he spoke the whole thing in English. He's super smart dude. So.
Oh, that's cool. Scott Birmingham will be at Wrigley for a Journey, Def Leppard, Smashing Pumpkins concert. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, they use Wrigley for a lot of concerts.
Yes. I used to go to Oakland Coliseum to see concerts. First time I ever saw Metallica was at that stadium.
That's what they do in Tennessee too. Nissan Stadium does. We saw the Rolling Stones there.
Yeah.
T Swift was there because Bridgestone wasn't big enough.
Oh wow, Pearl Jam's going to be at Wrigley too. Wow, that's a heck of a lineup.
That is a lineup,
man.
Yes. All right. We guys got anything else before we sign off?
NC State hit a game winner last night with 6 seconds left on the clock against Clemson. It's pretty awesome. Should look
basketball.
It up.
I think Purdue's number 1 right now, college basketball.
Purdue's got to show up in March.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of March,
yes.
Are we got anything on that, Fleekster, for possible squares or anything?
Yeah, we'll wait till Eric's back.
Bracket.
Eric said he would handle that, so
okay, we'll talk about it more later. Okay.
Yeah, because I really don't know. I don't. Yeah,
it's hard. You can't really do squares.
Yeah, they do. There's gonna be like some kind
brackets.
of tournament.
Yeah, I guess we could do like ESPN brackets and just watch it.
Yeah.
See who does well.
Well, the Super Bowl squares out there, everybody, was very successful. Thank you for everybody that participated.
We had 4 different winners, didn't we?
Yep. Yes. Congratulations to the winners.
Son Andrew won.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and hey, just keep in mind that not only are you buying squares, but the other half of that money goes to the nonprofit foundation at Minutes Wisely. So we appreciate everybody's support in our mission, and thank you very much.
Yeah, get out there, buy your tickets for the Yeti cooler.
Yep, get it. It's a Yeti, people. Come on.
And we're just going to sell as many tickets as we can. There's no limit.
Until March 31st is the drawing. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they residual the money left over from that will go into the nonprofit foundation.
Yes, Ray. We're looking into soccer also.
I want to see. I call dibs on when Miami's soccer team comes to Nashville. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I looked at season tickets for this, but it's very expensive. So
that's probably why.
Yeah,
they probably were a lot cheaper 2 years ago.
Exactly.
But.
Yes. So
I heard their stadium's pretty nice too.
I heard it's amazing, and they also do concerts and stuff out there too.
Yeah, that was a good idea. I think baseball would do just as well, if not better, too. So
I think it would probably do better, but
they should really consider.
Well, yeah, there's a committee out there somewhere.
Do pretty well.
Yeah, look at their stadium. They have a beautiful stadium for a minor league team.
I love going to the Sounds games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of
a lot of
company
fun.
outings do that type of stuff. Mhm. Yeah, they're popular.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely go to a Sounds game also.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Too bad we can't get Eric to get up here, take him to the Sounds game.
Get his kid to come.
Yeah.
Maybe the Savannah Bananas will come to town again.
They are, but I think they're already sold out. You
Yeah,
can't
I was
get
about
a
to say that's
ticket
going
for
to be
that
the hardest ticket of all.
And I hate that concept, man.
We went to, one of my friends got tickets for some reason, and he invited me, and it's exactly what you'd expect. It's packed, but it's like a kids concert. You know, there's kids everywhere. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect, but it's a little different for a baseball stadium because it's standing room. They do seats and standing room, so it's packed. But it's a lot of fun.
Is the okay? I have a dumb question because I don't follow. I'm assuming the Premier League is the soccer we're just talking about.
No, Premier League is Euro soccer.
Euro.
Well, it's not even quite. Well, yeah, I guess that's Euro.
Yeah, we're all about talking about it, Ed, but we don't know anything about it, so we're ignorant bastards.
I'm assuming I probably know the most about it, and I hardly know much about it.
I think we should adapt that concept, though, of promotions and demotions of leagues when it comes to sports.
Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing until I watched Ted Lasso.
Same.
To be honest with you.
I think Ted Lasso taught Americans a lot about lots of things, including soccer. Everybody should watch that show.
Yeah, it's a great show, man.
Fantastic show. And we're not even being sponsored by them, even though that would be nice.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, if you guys want to come on the show and talk about the European League, we'd love to have you. Yeah. We just don't know anything about it. You can educate us.
It's tough because I think it's tough to get the games out here unless you specifically buy the
packages.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the games aren't early because it's in England and stuff, obviously. Like there's a game on right now.
All I know is I got the Major League Baseball package thanks to Fleekster.
They're like the most popular.
We're ready for baseball.
Yeah.
That and cricket is like the most watched sports in the world.
If you go to Party Fall here in Murfreesboro, they host games there. So you can roll in at like 9 o'clock in the morning and these dudes are partying, watching the soccer or football, whatever how you call it. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's like their home base for one of the leagues or for one of the teams, and
they get out when the next big game is and just roll up there at like 9 o'clock in the morning and see what's popping.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like this time of year, you roll in there at like whatever time it is, and it's jammed.
The time differences, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because every time somebody scores for their team, they go into song and everybody just sings in there. It's like they're into it. They're wearing their jerseys. Everybody wears these scarves. I'm sure there's a word for these things that I don't know because I'm literally ignorant on soccer. But it's something to see, man. It's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and Party Falls right down the street from your house.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to get an Uber there now. You said there's a game going on right now, Jason?
Yeah, Brighton's playing Sheffield.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to watch it, it's on USA Network every weekend, Ed said. So thanks, Ed.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I'm good too. We've been yapping for 40 minutes. I have to go get something to eat because I'm starving to death.
Well, y'all have a good weekend. And
I'm sad.
Donate to the Yeti Cooler. Buy your tickets.
Get your tickets.
Yes. Yeti.
Contact any of us for your tickets.
The drawing's on March 31st.
Yeah. On Facebook.
I'm not sure how we're going to do the drawing. I don't know if we're going to show up to Single Tree and do it. Maybe we'll just do it live on the show, on the air.
Get some ping pong balls. Like, damn.
You should put all the names on a piece of paper and then put them in a pile and burn them. And the only one that doesn't burn is the winner.
What if they all burn?
Well, then we get to keep it.
Didn't think about that approach.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking like Jason's little thing,
that's
thing.
probably safer.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you
All right,
guys
guys.
next Sunday.
Have a great week.
Baseball.
Get ready for baseball season.
There we go. Go Cubbies.
March Madness. Got a
Detroit.
few things to talk about in the near future, but today's very sad because football's over with and baseball hasn't really started yet. But
we'll be back next year, and baseball
we're in the middle
right there.
John was playing at the Tigers. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was like, pray for this team because they need your help.
And thanks for the comments out there from the people that joined in on the show.
Yes.
Thank you.
So next week's our 100th
It's next week.
episode. Today is 99. So we'll probably, I don't know,
Roughly.
find some swag to raffle off or give away.
We're gonna find
week.
random things in Richard's house and raffle it off.
Yes.
I got
I'll give away
Briggs.
my
I got that number 18 pitcher back there.
Did you say Briggs?
Yeah,
you want, hey buddy, he's right here.
of course.
Like,
I don't think that dog would operate in any other house but yours.
He wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think you want.
That would break that dog.
Yeah, it would break the dog. No doubt about that. Yep. All right, guys.
See you guys.
Peace.
Thanks for showing up, everybody.
See you next week.
Go Tigers.